G'day, Teeth here from pickinglessons.com. The Mason's Apron. This is a great reel to play on the 5-string banjo. We're using single string techniques and melodic techniques as part of the arrangement. In a moment, we're going to take a look at an exercise for each of those techniques. If you head to pickinglessons.com, you will be able to get yourself a copy of the tablature and the next part of this lesson where we break down the tune for part A and part B. You'll also find a play along and a backing track there, so pickinglessons.com. Okay, before we get started, we're in the key of A for this tune. We're capoed up to fret 2, standard tuning though, fret 2 for the capo, and string 5 though does need to get spiked or altered to the A note. So up to an A there for string 5. Capo 2, standard tuning. Okay, so we're going to take a look at two exercises here to get us started for this tune and the techniques you need. It is played quite fast, so you do need to be comfortable with these techniques. So the first of those is the single string technique. We're going to take an exercise straight from the tune we find in the first measure. So starting on string 5, but then we get this single string technique used on the 3rd string there. And then we're changing strings at the end. So firstly, the single string technique, when we hit it, what we want to try and do for this arrangement and this tune is use our thumb on the downbeat and our finger on the offbeat, so the index finger on the offbeat. So we'll have a thumb and a finger and a thumb and a finger following the pulse of the rhythm. What that means as we follow this particular exercise is our thumb, then index, thumb, then index, thumb, index, thumb, and then index back to that 4th string. So we're really following a thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index on the pulse. 1 and 2 and thumb, index, index. That's really what we want to do for this single string exercise. Let's repeat it a few times together, just nice and slow. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Work on that. So the single string technique, thumb, index finger, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index, really just continuing that, alternating between the two. That'll set you up for any of the single string passages that we find in the tune. Okay, the second exercise we're going to look at very quickly here is a melodic exercise. Again, straight from the tune. It is just a G melodic scale, actually, capoed in A, obviously. So what we're going to play for this exercise here is starting on that 4th fret, and then the open G, running through that open position G scale, capo to A though. So the technique in the right hand very quickly, we start out with the thumb, then the index, and the thumb, then the index, thumb, middle, thumb, middle, thumb. So again, it's alternating, but we're doing it in a different way. The lower string takes a thumb, then the open string as we move up through the scale is the finger, and then thumb, then finger as we cross over between those notes. Left hand is just 1st finger, 3rd, then 1st. Then you need to go 2nd and 1st for the last position there on the 5th and the 4th. Just getting used to these positions. As I mentioned, the tune's quite fast, so you really want to be comfortable with the left hand. If you've worked on a bunch of melodic and single string exercises before, you'll be fine. But if not, practice these exercises up. Let's try this exercise again. So make sure you've got the notes. We'll just run it nice and slow 4 times. 3, 4. Ready and. Ready and. Once more and. So between those two exercises, you could really spend some time on building your technique for the right hand before you attempt the tune, because they are certainly used a lot within this arrangement, and you want to make sure you're comfortable with the choice of fingers for the right hand, and also where those fingers in the left hand are placed as well. Okay, so practice those two exercises up. They will certainly help with this tune, but also help in general for the single string and melodic techniques. Okay, so pickinglessons.com, you will find the tablature for the tune. You'll find the next part of this lesson where we break down part A, then part B of the tune as well. So pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.